Nothing beats a good movie montage. And when a movie makes a montage about a montage, well, that's about as awesome as it gets.
Anything if you want to go from just a beginner to a pro, you need a montage.
But what's the top 5? Today, we're thinking outside the box. So none of your obvious Rocky and Creed bullshit.
Even Rocky had a montage.
I'm here for the old school martial arts training montage. From the glory days, when the punch and kick sound effects sounded like this.
Let the girl go!
And Billy Blanks was in every D-grade martial arts movie, and no doubt coming up with the idea for Tai Bo.
You ready? Let's go. Right hand up, go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean that. Billy has at least 3 training montages under his belt. That's pretty impressive.
I think we're ready. Too soon. Too soon?
The criteria for a good training montage is simple. Badass main dude, obvious progression of skill and talent, but most importantly, awesome backing track. Without that, the rest is all huff and puff.
Now, a few things to mention before we begin. I know it's a long intro. Calm down, you f***ers, I'm getting there. We're just setting the tone.
I'm automatically nexing Rocky 3 and No Retreat, No Surrender for their homoerotic undertones that completely undermine the masculinity of this list. There are far too many crotch zooms and gay stuff happening between 2 men wearing skimpy outfits.
Push it good. Push it real good.
I couldn't include Karate Kid because it's not a training montage, but rather the tournament montage. And rewatching this as an adult, Daniel's son is a whiny looking bitch, and without the awesome backing track, he'd be nothing. As I touched on earlier, Team America has its own special place because it's a fucking montage about a montage. Enough said.
Enough said.
So, enough bullshit. Let's do this.
Girl, we want a montage.
Coming in at number 5 is Delta Force Part 2 with the man, the myth, the legend, Carlos Chuck Norris. Rumour has it this isn't actually part of the movie, rather Chuck just beating the shit out of these guys and they captured it on film. Now you might argue there's no skill or ability development, but then I'd argue you're an
idiot that, doesn't know anything. So.
Chuck incrementally inflicts more and more damage on these fellas with strange holds that would make Steven Seagal's ponytail erect. And muscle flexing that would make Van Damme proud. Chuck shows this from the streets as he hair pulls and face stretches these boys into submission.
That didn't sound good.
And he deserves nothing less than an awesome, tough, combat-style backing track that ramps up as he single-handedly emasculates all of these Delta Force soldiers. Mumbling his way into the number 4 spot is Sylvester Stallone in Rocky 4. That's right, I went with Hearts on Fire instead of the standard Rocky ballad. Easy choice. Bearded Rocky is the toughest Rocky. The side-by-side comparison of Rocco doing old-school primitive training versus Drago's high-tech scientific best-of-everything approach is nipple-hardening levels of badassery. Dolph beyond that special Russian sauce on and offset, as opposed to Stallone who was only juicing off-screen.
Allegedly, that's ignorant.
and he even challenges Rocking to a yelling and climaxing contest. Which is a nice segue to our number 3 montage and expert screecher, JCVD and Bloodsport. Definitely holder of the most awesome movie intro montage, Bloodsport's training montage comes in at number 3 because it lacks the physical presence and punch the top 2 montages hold. Don't get me wrong, Van Damme is badass and is always keen to learn.
Teach me. I can do it.
And yes, he gets better as the montage goes by, all while an awesome soundtrack plays away in the background.
I ain't got a good brain.
But it just lacks a little bit of pizzazz. One might say it's
To Jujun.
It's got all the usual splits and torture devices you'd expect in an erotic Japanese martial arts movie. And plenty of Van Damme ASMR for the groupies. But much like my performance in the bedroom, it starts off strong but ends up finishing way too early and pretty boringly.
You go f yourself.
Unlike our second spot candidate, also starring the buttered and greased Belgian waffle, Kickboxer.
Oh yeah, dancing. I'm good. Why?
For me, probably my favourite movie growing up as a kid, and this montage stands out as possibly the greatest thing to ever exist on film. Besides the dancing scene, of course. While the improvement in skill in JCVD doing stuff is awesome, ultimately, it's the fantastic soundtrack that makes this montage. Without Paul Herzog and his awesome tunes, the montage wouldn't be as legendary as it is. I mean, the different layers and levels to this shit is amazing, and I know nothing about music at all. So, thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you very much, Paul. Out of that circle!
Now, it also wouldn't be a Van Damme montage if he wasn't yelling and grunting his ass off. So you're probably yelling at the screen going, alright idiotic YouTube guy, what's in the number 1 spot then? But before we get there, I just want to say that I searched through a lot of montages. This wasn't some trivial surface level search. I considered King of Kickboxers with wannabe Van Damme, Best of the Best with the disciplined and dedicated Koreans versus the lazy and unorganized Americans. A movie called Fighter in the Wind about a crackhead going through withdrawals while simultaneously doing a fucking montage. Even Southpaw and Creed got a sniff, but I wanted these old school classics. The shit that made you want to go and start doing spin kicks and fighting couch cushions. Which brings us to our number 1 spot. None other than Sensei Striploin.
Anybody seen Richie? Huh?
No montage compares to Hard to Kill and Steven Seagal as he trains to seek revenge on the bad guy that killed his family.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
Seems to have gotten over it pretty well because he's banging Kelly LeBrock, but whatever. Karate chops.
Mason Storm.
A big tick for the awesome character progressing from mildly awesome to supremely awesome. Bench pressing only the bar.
Yeah, buddy.
attacking a tree like a mong.
Yeah, buddy!
The physical presence is overwhelming, with Seagal having the muscle tone and mass of a skinny 12-year-old boy, but somehow still looking fat.
The incredibly fat and gay skinny straight man?
You get to see him in something other than a moo-moo for a change, and catch a sneaky glimpse of his juicy nips. There is no doubt that the soundtrack is badass, with guitar riffs and bits to let you know that shit is getting real.
You run like a girl.
Alright, sure, he runs like a little girl being chased by bees, but it finishes with Big Daddy sitting legs akimbo, king and ruler of the mortal world. In fairness, at this point he was banging Kelly LeBrock and nobody knew how much of a character he'd turned out to be, so he was on top of the world.
Stephen, you're a very attractive man, and a little bit of a heartthrob as well. Have you always found it so easy to attract the ladies?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know.
Do you agree with my list or not? Let me know in the comments what you would or would not have added in this list. If you disagree, you're wrong. Deal with it.
Sunshine bright in the sky, and I'm free when I close my eyes. Help me wash away my sorrow.